I'm really proud of our guys. As I say every year, it's so great in college basketball to have a rivalry, especially one as exciting, intense, and such close proximity as this, because that's what enables the atmosphere to be so great, the level of play to be so high. So I'm really appreciative and proud of our players. But I thought it was a great game. I thought VCU played a great game, and we feel great to win and look forward to Wednesday.
Chris, 7 points in the second half, 66.7%.
Wow.
Shooting.
Wow.
How much better could it have been any better?
Yeah, they're a great defensive team too. Their length is imposing because they're long at every position, and those guys can really move. Zeb Jackson's an elite athlete. Shugam, Barstow, these guys who are playing guard can really move with that height and length, and then they have excellent coaching and whatnot. So so for us to score that much in the second half, after the first game, I saw Ryan on the way out, and I joked, it was 20-18 at half, two offensive wizards, and so the beginning, the first half felt a little bit more like that, and then when you have familiarity, that happens. But we were able to really move the ball nicely. I thought in the second half, Jordan obviously is a very special player, and when he can make shots like that, it helps everybody. Yeah. Yeah. If it was the first time I saw it, I'd say there was some luck there. I mean, I've seen it, over and over and over again. I mean, he's just really a great player who can make special plays.
A lot of your team, was introduced to this rivalry this year.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, maybe even a couple of times. But now that they've played it twice and gotten this win, this is a big win in the standings, but it's also a big win in town.
Yes.
You think they
I think they have a feeling. I think so. What I had said to Bob on the post game, right after the St. Louis game, we talked about this was an opportunity because of the rivalry that we could not worry about the standings, the regular season championship, the double bye. We could just worry about playing our rival, and that's again why we're lucky to have it. With all the moving around in college sports now, there'll probably be fewer and fewer, and this is special because the programs have been good, the games have been like this, the proximity of the schools. So I think our guys understand it, and it was the only thing we really talked about. It was a chance to just not worry about, to throw our record out, throw their record out, and just really focus on the game.
You've probably done it a couple of times in your career, but have you ever had a player walk you to the end of the finish?
Yeah.
Like Delani in the second half.
You mean I walk Coach Carrill there?
No.
That was not happening.
You probably walked the player to the end of the
right.
match.
Yeah, there seemed to be some things I was upset and lost my cool, and Delani was right in the game, and he did the right thing. He got us focused on what our next play was. I think the lead might have been cut to 4. Is that right? Does that sound right? Got us focused, and then we came out of that huddle, and I was more composed, and we played well to finish the game.
But the fact that this entire team, you have a lot of upperclassmen.
Yeah.
And did the maturity kind of show itself in those times when there were ebbs and flows to a game that, at some points looked like it could have gone either way?
Yes. I think that what has stood out to me the most about this team is, one, their competitiveness. And, when we finally had the whole team together in July, I felt like that really stood out to me. And 2, their poise. Because they're older, not just because they're older, their makeup, they have an understanding. When we went up 10, I think there was a timeout, and we talked about, I always try to say, like, there's 30 minutes left in this game, and there's a long time left, and so each play is that much more important. And these guys, I mean, they're not easily rattled. They play and can concentrate, and I feel like that's why sometimes our defensive kind of rhythm and movement is so good, because they're not worried about who's to blame or what happened. They're just poised and calm enough to go make the right play, and I think that has shown up. That has shown up every game this year.
Is Jordan King Player of the Year in the A-10?
I would think so. I mean, look, they're great players. This is a high-level league, and he's just been terrific. I mean, and I don't watch every game, but I see a fair amount of games, and I just think he's been terrific. We're so fortunate, and what I didn't know about him, it's a short window in this recruiting, and I knew he was good, and he was really my favorite player. I didn't know how competitive he was, and he's such a competitive player and wants to win and talks to his teammates, and he can really lift. Great players have this about them. They can pull you down more than their fair share, or they can lift you up more than their fair share. And he has that in a big way. And he's so competitive and wants to win so badly. And that has had an incredible impact on our team.
You recruited him for a reason, but did he do stuff like this before he came here? Did you see?
I think he did, honestly. And it's a little different because this is such a high level. But I think you have to. He was a walk-on at Siena 5 years. That is mind-boggling. And so he has done those things. I think this was where this has turned out to be such a great conference forum stage program, and just incredible.
Anything else for Coach Chris?
When he gets that hot, does that alter your guys' game plan at all?
A little bit. Yeah, you can tell when he's feeling it, and he had the step back three at the end of the first half, and then in transition, I thought he was going to shoot the three, even though maybe there was a better play to be made, but and then in the second half, it just felt like he was when he could find space that he was going to get it. And like I said, it seems like he's such an aggressive player, but again, he shoots over 50%. He shoots a great percentage from three. I mean, he's able to do this very consistently, and it's so impressive.
Did you say anything to Jason at all?
Just a good game and good luck. Just good game and good luck.
Can you just speak about senior night,
Yeah.
honoring those guys, what that means?
Yeah, it means a lot. I would say one, I'm so glad we did it tonight because everybody was there, the students were there so early, and that you feel like that's a even more special, memory for the guys. And I said, it's different now because, the first, in my, say, fourth year, we had a bunch of guys who had been with us 4 years, and those things are different now. And what I said to them is how much I appreciate them, and I really, from the bottom of my heart, I wish they had all been here for 4 or 5 years. So this has been a great team to be around, and the seniors are special. And obviously the success is kind of a little bit of evidence of how special they are.
Jordan, what got you going more, getting to the free throw line 7 times in the first half, or that three right at the end of the first half?
I would have to say someone's first bucket. They went on a run, and then somebody's first bucket just calmed all our nerves, and I feel like everybody started hooping, and we kind of just picked it up from there and started playing together.
Excuse me, David, go ahead.
Jordan, you made a three in the second half, right in front of the bench, fading away. I think there's 1 or 2 seconds on the shot clock. Do you remember?
No, I do.
Can you describe what's going through your mind? Did you know what the shot clock read?
Oh yeah, I know what the shot clock read, but I practice those shots in practice every day. Just throwing it from half court. Just trying to find a way to be creative, and happy it went in.
Hey, Delani, obviously they're chasing Jordan like crazy. How important is to give him some support down the stretch in a close game like that?
It's very important because every point that goes in at that moment at this game is very important. Whether it was Tyler Harris's 3 points or King's 27. Everybody that played in this game, they played a big part, and even the ones on the bench did. So everything was very crucial.
I know you guys. This is only the second time you guys have played them, but do you have a sense of what this rivalry means to this city now, and both of these teams looking at double byes up in Brooklyn? I mean, this is as good of a March game as you guys can get.
No, definitely. I like playing at home better. Definitely that. Playing there is tough. They got a good team, got good coaches. But I just feel like we executed well. Coach had the great game plan, and we just went out there and executed.
Yeah, definitely. I would have to agree with him. And I feel like why everything was important speaks to what we think of the rivalry. So it was just great to come out on top this time.
Lonnie, have you ever walked a coach to the bench to avoid getting a tee. And you just don't see that from many players.
Right. Yeah, actually I have. So that was not my first rodeo, but it was just Coach Moon. He has a lot of fire in him, and just the way the ref, we didn't want to get a refs any type of cushion to call something to change the game. So I felt it was time to calm Coach down, let him know, don't give him a reason. Like, it's all on us. They called the play, next play though, because that's what we stressed all week.
Hey, Delaney, can you big picture this a little bit? I think you need to win once to clinch the regular season title in the top seed of the tournament.
Yes, sir.
Preseason poll that picked you 11.
Yes, sir.
Coaches mostly.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak yet because we got a lot of work to do. But man, it just speaks to this team. We don't really listen to the outside noise. Like I said, kind of in another interview. Yeah, we hear it, we see it, but we know we got in our locker room, and we're just gonna keep finishing out the season the way we want to, and then we'll handle all the critics by our play.
I want to ask Jordan, but I'll ask Delani. Did Jordan King win Player of the Year today?
Man, he's been Player of the Year for a long time in my book, and I don't think it's changing. And another one, happy birthday to him.
Thank you. Thank you.
What does a win like this, starting down the season, do for you guys heading into your final two games into the ATEP tournament?
It just gives us some momentum, just keep doing what we're doing. I mean, it's been working all year for us. Obviously, have some losses, but I feel like just staying together. Our team is just all built in the locker room. We don't really, like you said, we don't listen to the outside noise. Just keep staying together, keep coming to practice every day, keep coming to work hard, and, just following Coach's game plan.